What's up, y'all? Welcome back. It's DataLyfe coming back to you with another video. Today we're going to be talking about remote work, that work from home life that everybody craves. Is it really worth it? Is it all it's talked up to be? I'm answering all those questions, give you the pros and give you the cons. And if you like this content, if you think it's dope, please like and subscribe. I love you guys, so please show me some love back. And remember to stay tuned to the end because the last con I'm going to give you is something that most people forget about. So let's get into it. So for the things I love about remote work, of course, first and foremost, everybody knows it, is that flexibility. I work a lot from my desk setup right here. You can see it, I got my monitors, perfect for coding, but there's also co-working spaces around my building that I love to take advantage of. And you know, if it's a hot summer day like it usually is in DC, love to take that laptop out to the pool where there's some Wi-Fi, I could use a hotspot and love working for there. That flexibility is incredible. And if I want to go out, see some people, I can work from a coffee shop also, or even from a friend's place. And if I really need to focus and be productive, I love going down to our business center. If I need that office feel where I know I'm going to be really productive, I love to just head there. And of course, I love having the flexibility. I love being able to work from a bunch of different places. And of course, you know the deal. Sometimes it's the best to work from the couch or even that bed. You know, I'm not really a morning person, so a lot of those morning calls, a lot of the time it takes to log in the morning, you know, I'm doing that right from the bed where it's comfy and it's cozy. On top of actually working from your home, it makes it a lot easier to go to the gym during the day, schedule some appointments during the day. You need to go to doctors or dentists, or just run errands during the day where you see some time in between meetings. So that flexibility. Another thing that I love is how much more free time I have now that I don't have to go into the office. The first major thing is obviously I don't have a commute. So even when I was working in Baltimore, my commute was only like 30 minutes. I still hated commuting. I could never be a long commuter. A lot of people commute to, like, you know, Silver Spring or pretty far, and it takes them an hour 20, maybe even 2 hours. I was never a commuter. I hated a 30-minute commute. So now that I don't have a commute, it makes just working so much easier. And on top of that, my morning routine is much shorter. There's not as many things I need to do in the morning to get ready. And the night before, I don't really need to lay out my clothes. I don't need to pack lunch. I don't need to do all those things to get ready for the next work day. So I just have many more hours in the day that I can use for other things like making these videos. And the last main reason, the one that I think is the best, is the ability to travel. Now, I already talked about that flexibility, and it's so flexible that as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can really work from anywhere in the world. And recently, I have become a huge travel bug. I'm loving to explore the country. I'm loving to explore the world too. Recently, I've worked from places like Tulum, Puerto Rico, Florida, San Diego, New York, just to name a few. But that flexibility allows me to just book a quick flight, get there, and even work from there, from wherever I am. And I'm definitely gonna be posting more travel videos on what it's like to actually work from these places, so stay tuned for that. But that's easily my favorite thing about working remotely. You know, sometimes I just book a quick flight, hop on that flight, and the next day I'm working from that abroad location, and all you need really is just Wi-Fi so you can connect to that VPN, and then boom, you can work from anywhere. And this is something that I hope everybody gets to experience in their lifetime. It's a luxury. Not everyone gets to be able to do it, but if you can, you definitely need to take advantage of this. Go out, see the world, experience it. You'll learn a lot. And you know, I'm actually a really cheap person, but the money that I spend traveling is money that I never regret spending. But now, let's get to that negative side, that more dark side that people don't really tend to talk about as much. So the first thing I don't really like about working remotely is that isolation. Now, I worked remotely during COVID, and luckily I had 2 roommates that were my boys, or else I would have gone absolutely crazy. In order to see people when you work remotely, you really need to prioritize that and be proactive about seeing people. Because if you go about your day normally, if I just went about my day normally, I would not see a single person for maybe days. So I have to plan to see people. I have to go out, reach out to my friends, plan to go to public gyms, plan to go out to public coffee places or areas to work where I can actually see people, or else I'm just gonna feel like this apartment is my jail cell. Even more to that, if you start a new job where you're working remotely, you know, you're gonna have chats with your coworkers, but they're probably not going to be able to become your close friends because you're just never really going to see them in person. You know, you're not going to be able to go to any work activities, any work happy hours, any socializing events with your job and meet people because obviously you're remote. You know, I'm based in San Diego, so I only see my coworkers once when they flew me out there one time. So you're gonna miss out on having close connections with people that you work with. And that isolation really can be a downer sometimes. You know, I've found that a lot of times where my mood is off or I'm just have no energy, I'm a little more irritable, it's because I've been in my apartment for way too long, way too many hours out of the past few days. So you really have to be proactive about getting out of your apartment and being able to see other people. And another thing about remote work is it is a little harder to stay motivated. So it is very easy to start slacking off because people really can't micromanage you if you work from home. So it's easier to start slacking off, letting work slip and things like that. You really have to be disciplined enough so that you can monitor yourself and your productivity and your mood doesn't start to fall. Because once you start slipping, it's very easy to stay on that track. It's very important to have a morning routine. It doesn't have to be as stiff and rugged as when you're going to the office, but it still needs to be there because it's very easy to forget about that. You still gotta wake up, brush your teeth, shower, make breakfast, and it is just a little bit harder to do that when you're working from home every day. And the last con, the thing that people kind of forget about, is remote jobs tend to pay you a bit less than their office equivalent. And that's just because being remote, being able to work from home is already included in the benefits package. So your salary might be like 10K less, 20K less, but the actual cash you get might be a little bit less than if you were actually in the office every single day. To me, I think this is worth it, but it's definitely worth noting. It's definitely something that you should think about and definitely consider if it's right for you. That's gonna wrap up this video. If you thought it was dope, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. It's gonna help me out a lot. Show me some love. I'll be back pretty soon. If you want more DataLyfe content, you know what to do. Peace, deuces. I'm gonna see y'all next time.